As more shoppers forego the weekly supermarket trek, turning to online suppliers to fill their refrigerators and pantries, big food retailers are making a push into grocery delivery services. But is it too little, too late? Joining us now to discuss is WSJ Chicago Deputy Bureau Chief Patrick McGroarty. Pat, thanks so much for being with us. What are the numbers we're talking about here? Has there been a significant uptick in online grocery shopping?
There has, yeah. About a fifth of shoppers bought groceries online last year. That was up from about 16% the year before. And, fully half of those people who are shopping online got their groceries from Amazon. So traditional grocery retailers are feeling like they've missed the boat a little bit and have some work to do to try to keep some of those customers or win them back from Amazon's delivery service.
Absolutely. I mean, I know personally I've been placing my weekly grocery order online for years now. I hardly ever step foot into a grocery store unless I need something specific immediately. So it looks like I'm not alone here. Are grocery stores positioned to catch up with this?
I mean, they've obviously got decades of experience and their own, deep supply chain knowledge in how to get these products where customers want them, but they've missed the boat a little bit on the new trend toward letting people pick their ingredients ahead of time online. So it's going to be a matter of matching up that supply chain knowledge, that historical understanding of how to get all these products in one place together with that new final piece of getting it to people's doorsteps. So they're trying to, do that through some unique ways, allowing people to order online and then pick up at the curbside, or working with new e-delivery services like Shipt and even Uber to do some of that last step moving for them. There's going to be models, and we'll see.
That's fascinating. I want to talk about that with Kroger for a second, but let's talk about which are the grocery store heavyweights that are doing this. Are they all working in this realm now, or just a few?
Kroger, Meijer, and Wal-Mart, which is the biggest seller of groceries in the U.S., are all trying to come up with some fix for this problem, different ways of doing it, like we said, whether that's curbside or working with a retailer or with a delivery service like Kroger is doing with Uber and like Meijer is doing with Shipt. So they're all coming at it a little bit of a different way and seeing what model will stick and will bring some people back.
Right. So Kroger, which has close to 2,800 stores, as you said, is doing this. Is it a test run with Uber drivers to see how it goes?
It is, yeah. And I'm not sure that they're sure whether that means that it's going to be sort of, the same Uber drivers that are driving around, waiting for fares, or whether it's going to be sort of a select group of drivers specifically ferrying groceries. We'll have to see exactly what model the two companies decide might work efficiently and find sort of a customer base. It's
certainly an interesting blending of industries. How are grocery store chains doing these days?
It's always a very, very thin profit margin business, and food prices in general have been coming down along with the prices of a lot of commodities from corn to soybeans to oil over the last couple of years. So their businesses have been squeezed. And, with customers getting their core products from other places like Amazon has done to them, that's just made it all the more important to keep all the customers that they can. So, they need to find every avenue that they can to make every sale that they can.
It's an interesting dilemma because one of the reasons to go to a grocery store, right, is so that you can personally pick out your produce. You'll pick out that avocado because it doesn't look bruised as opposed to that one. You know what I mean? And so it's sort of an interesting, does the convenience factor outweigh the fact that you might get the bruised avocado?
Right. But I guess that even if they can find a way to, because as you said, maybe you don't want to pick out your tomatoes and avocados on Amazon, but you can get all the boxed food and pre-cooked pasta and that kind of thing. And so whatever they can do to try to get some of those sales back, too, is important to them at this point.
Absolutely. Now, is this expansion into e-commerce costly? You said these grocery chains run tight margins. What did Kroger Chief Executive Rodney McMullen say about it?
He said that it definitely, executives have said that it could be some pressure on their profits this year, and analysts are speculating or wondering and worrying about whether it might be, as a lot of innovations are and expansions into tech are expensive, especially at the outset, as you sort of search for customers and a mass of market that will work for you. So we'll see how much they invest and how long they're willing to try to find a model that works.
Because it sounds like shoppers say that convenience is increasingly important to them.
Yeah, as you said yourself, as you can attest, as we can all attest, to the extent that you can get staples online instead of having to spend time going to get them, that's the way the world is going, and these companies need to do what they can to be in that space too.
All right. Thank you so much, Patrick McGroarty, for that insight.
Thanks.